Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator, and welcome back to Burns, Oregon. So this is the third of our three Mack trucks that we got. First couple episodes we were in our little log truck, short wheelbase, low cab, no sleeper. Last episode we were in our big long haul 70-inch sleeper, 72-inch, the big one, very long wheelbase. This one's right in the middle. It's a low cab 48-inch sleeper, medium wheelbase. And we do have our chip van on it, but instead of the belly, I just went with moving floor and threw some aero panels on the bottom. I tried to color match everything. Went with, instead of the trailer being light with dark, I went dark with light. So let me back up a little bit, see if I can swing this around and show it to you from some different angles. I do like this Mod Studio tool. It really does make skinning a whole lot easier and a whole lot more fun. I'm glad I'm getting back into it. And I'm glad that our skins are all, they're okay in day, night, rain, sun. They always look good. Metallic on the front, no metallic option for this trailer, so we don't have that. Right, we're going to pick up a load of hay and start taking it down toward Utah. And we're not going to get all the way there this episode. We'll just go 30 minutes, as we do. And this is a MP8 455 Maxidine motor by Rabbinicus. So we'll get rid of this. 235 miles? That seems wrong. That seems very wrong. Hang on. Hang on a minute. If we go to the job market, cargo market, Burns, I tell you. Yeah. So we're taking hay. It's right there. 235 miles. What are you talking about? Is that right? 235 miles to pick up. That can't be right. Hang on. Something's going on here. Oh, yeah. We pick up... No. So where's it going to... We're going right here. Come on, game. What are you doing? Let's try this. Why is it making us go all the way around? No, that's crazy. All right, let's try this. Let's just pull out of the parking lot. We know we make a left, and then a left, and then a left. Let's make 3 lefts and see if that gets us there. Good grief. And I got to turn this down a little bit. Is it a Friday yet? Certainly feels like it. My goodness. All right, brakes is off. And we need to... yeah, we can get there this way. All right, here we go. Eventually, we'll get there. So what is going on? I feel like, well, I know there have been some patches and updates to the game, and I feel like they're continuing to mess with the sound. I'm okay with that. Fmod is a really big jump for this sim, and I think there is going to be a learning curve for the developers. Under the best of circumstances, there would be. And these are obviously not the best of circumstances. There's a lot going on in everybody's world right now. We're learning new ways to work. People are working from home that are not used to working from home, and just all kinds of stuff. So, sir, you go ahead. You go ahead on. Yeah, there you go. And then I'll pull out. So I think under the best of circumstances, you know, who knows? and this ain't them. So I think Fmod is going to continue to improve, well, forever. But I think there are going to be some big jumps. I know I'm still hearing a little bit of distortion when I open the windows, and I understand that that is meant to be, well, not the distortion, but I understand there's meant to be a big difference in sound between windows open and windows closed. I get that, and I like that, but I feel like that distortion is something that needs to be addressed, and I heard it with both base game engines and with the Rabbinicus pack, so I can't, you know what I mean, I can't just dismiss it and say, well, it's a mod, you know, you take your chances. But I continue to be impressed with SCS and what they're doing with this game. Now, I did see a notice that Idaho will be available summer of 2020. And I haven't seen anything about Iberia yet. But again, not the best circumstances. Do we want to turn here? Oh, this is going to be very unprofessional. Bear with me. No, we want to turn in Burns and then again right there. So first left, first left. Okay. My apologies. Not the best truck driving skill, but what can you do? What was I complaining about? All right, Iberia. Yeah, I mean, we'll get the notice when we get the notice, and we'll get an exact date when we get an exact date, and we'll get the DLC when we get the DLC. And in the meantime, you know, we've got this great sim to play with in these new trucks. I really do like this Mack. You know, it's iconic, and I'm typically not into icons for the sake of icons. You know, I like a little bit more substance, and they've really, both the way that Mack has designed this truck and the way that SCS has brought it into the game. Very, very cool. And then Mod Studio is just like icing on the cake. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. So very happy about that. And I'm trying to think what else is going on with Truck Sim. Nothing. Nothing that I know of. There is an update, like a notice in my Steam headlines about their Colorado trip, and I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait to see what Colorado looks like and what they do with it. So that is Truck Sim. What else is going on? Big update for Assetto Corsa Competizione this morning. And I think they are getting ready for the British Track Pack and also the GT4 Pack. I'm very much interested in the British Track Pack. The GT4s, not so much. And it seems the opposite because, you know, GT3 is my sweet spot. Has been for a long time. But what I like about GT3 versus GTE is the GT3 cars are so much more drivable, both for me as a sim driver and in real life. You know, there is kind of Pro-Am GT3. There's not really Pro-Am for GTE, at least not that I know of. Those cars are very difficult to drive. So GT4 is everything that I like about GT3, but the cars are even more approachable. And the thing is, you know, because we all grew up on racing, and because we've done track days, and because we've, you know, done a couple laps in a tuned car, we forget that race cars they're just absolute weapons. I would take, if somebody offered me a Miata, a tuned Miata today, I would be all over it, and I would scare the hell out of myself. That car is very fast. Right? But at the same time, there's a part of me that's like, well, you know, it's not a GT2. It's not a 911 GT2. Oh, it's all right, I suppose. But a Miata or a tuned Mini or a Honda CRX, tuned as a race car, those would be amazing. And they're certainly fast enough that you could get yourself hurt or killed. Certainly fast enough that you could wad your car up. So the idea that, oh, GT4, it's all right, but it's not fast enough. It is what it is. It's a race car. So while I'm more into the idea of the British Track Pack than the GT4 pack, I think the GT4s will be, well, I'll keep an open mind about them. But I think they could be just as much fun or more fun than the GT3s. Although GT3, that's always going to be my sweet spot. I'm always going to love the GT3s. My favorite kind of racing, my favorite kind of sports cars. So, so that is going on. What else is going on? SnowRunner just updated. It's up to 4.9 now. I'm loving that game. I really am. I'm going to live stream it again this afternoon. That is, well, we'll talk about live streaming a bit later. But yeah, that's been, live streaming has been into that about a week now. And that's been a lot of fun. A lot more fun than I thought it would be. A lot more intense than I thought it would be. But that's very, very cool. So yeah, SnowRunner up to 4.9. It's the bulk of the fixes, I think, were in 4.6. So 4.9, they're continuing to kind of mess with it, tweak it, and tune it. But it's fully up and running. Now, is the job that we wanted, our hay down to Utah, is that available, even though we didn't drive 235 miles? Let's see. Hay down to Logan, Utah, most certainly is. I don't know why the GPS was doing that, but you know what? Things happen. Not a big deal. Brakes off. And let's see where this is. All right, it's going to be right over here somewhere. Right about here. Maybe. Maybe. There it is. Okay. I think we can get in there, no problem. Let's flip around here. And I'll try to think if anything else. I saw Race Room updated. Squad had a big update. Yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Other than that, we're still just waiting for the same games that we've been waiting for during the spring, and we'll see. I assume most of those will be delivered on time, but if they're not, due to circumstances, then, you know, we'll get them when we get them. Concentrating. Feels like the Mack is just kind of surging in reverse. A little bit more speed than I was after right there. All right. Back to neutral. Set the brake. Engine off. Let's load up. All right. We got our hay on board. Beautiful. And is it getting dark? No, it's noon. It shouldn't be getting dark. You wouldn't think. All right, get her in gear. And this is, yeah, this trip is like 800 miles or something. So we'll just go about 30 minutes and call it. Get out here, okay. So yeah, live streaming. You know, I wanted to live stream when I first started the channel. I didn't have the tech to do it. I didn't have a machine that could run a game at good settings, high FPS, and run OBS, and the bandwidth and the bit rate and all of it. I just didn't have a machine that could do all that, and now I do. And I didn't want to compromise. I didn't want to do a 480p stream. You know, I wanted to make it look good, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, we are able to hold 1080p, and I've got maybe some issues with heat, but I don't know for sure. I need to start using MSI Afterburner a little bit more and tracking my heat, my hotness. But so far so good. The most surprising thing to me has been how intense it is, and I know that sounds ridiculous because, you know, what's the difference between playing a video game, talking into a can, recording it, and then posting it to YouTube, and playing a video game, talking into a can at people, and then it goes up to YouTube. But there is a difference. I mean, being live is, it's nerve-wracking, and I was not anticipating that. I really wasn't. I mean, playing video games, in a way, it's sort of second nature to all of us. But at the same time, these games are pretty challenging. This one not so much. This is sort of it's not quite a turn your brain off game, but this is a pretty mellow game. Truck sim, pretty mellow. And SnowRunner, in its own way, is pretty mellow, but things can go really, really wrong really quickly. And so there is that level of focus and concentration. So the idea that playing a game that's kind of difficult, and you're trying to play it as well as possible, you're trying to play it in a way that people would want to see you playing it. Right? I think about that all the time with YouTube, and, well, this is... All right. Hang on, let's get in a good gear here. Yeah, this is a little... Alright. Here we go. If you're going to play a game online, whether it's recorded or live streamed, you would think, you would hope, that you would play that game well enough that it would be entertaining for people to watch, right? You don't want to play a game and suck. And I don't know how good I am at games, like on a 0 to 10 scale, a 1 to 10 scale. I have no idea. I'd like to hope I'm okay. But the idea when you're playing that people are watching you and you don't just want to be a complete, you know, idiot. It is a weird kind of pressure. And that's just playing the game. If everything else was removed, that would just be playing the game. But then on top of that, you have to throw in, you're keeping an eye on the chat, talking with people, trying not to sound like a complete idiot, right? And also keeping an eye on the system, on temperatures, on frame rates, on upload, on, you know, lag, everything. It is a handful, and it's really, really intense. To the point where when I get done with the stream, I'm kind of, you know, I feel like I just did something. I'm a little, not quite exhausted, but yeah, I really was not anticipating any of those things. I thought it was just like sitting on the couch, playing games with your buddies. And it's not like that at all. I do like it, though. I really, really do. And I hope to do quite a bit more of it. So we'll keep that going and make that a part of the channel from now on. And what else? Yeah, SnowRunner. I mean, when I think about, so this game that we're playing right now, and I understand that Truck Sim and SnowRunner are never going to cross paths. There's never going to be a fusion between those two things. There's never going to be road trucking, long haul road trips in SnowRunner or any other game in that franchise. I don't think that's ever going to be a thing. Slow down a little bit here. And I also know, other than the little bit of travel that we do on gravel, on dirt, maybe down into the quarries, some of the quarry locations, the copper mine, other than being on dirt now and then, this game is never going to have that SnowRunner, Mud Runner component. The two are never going to cross paths. And it would be cool if they did. I mean, how much fun would it be to finish a job in ATS or ETS, or get toward the end of a job in ATS or ETS, and then and transition from pavement to dirt to mud to snow, ice road. There's supposed to be an ice road trucking game made by Discovery, and A, I don't think it's ever going to be done, and B, games made by Discovery Channel, I have not seen a good one yet. But yeah, the idea that there could be a fusion of the two, I think that would be great. It's never going to happen. But in the meantime, you know what we can do is just get your truck sim fix, right? Drive a little ATS, drive a little ETS, and then just get yourself a cup of coffee and hop into another sim. Hop into SnowRunner. And I am calling it a sim. I know it is a game. A lot of people just call it a game, think of it as a game, but I'm going to give it sim status. I think the physics are good enough. I think the structure of the game, the expectations of the game are good enough that I think we can bump it up to sim status. And I know there's a gray area, you know, there's a Venn diagram between what is a game, what is a sim. I mean, obviously arcade games or arcade style play, that's something different. We all know what that is. But there is that crossover between a game and a sim. And I'm willing to give SnowRunner, concentrating, I'm willing to give SnowRunner sim status. It has the feeling of a sim to me. It certainly has as much of a sim feeling as ATS and ETS. So that is, yeah, that's just been my fix for like the past 10 days. I've just been absolutely buried in that game. Made it to Alaska, got the first area of Alaska discovered, and we're continuing to dig in there. And that is, it feels so weird to like pimp myself, but we're doing that most days. I can't say every day because I do need to take days off, but we're doing that most days, 3 p.m. Eastern, and you're always more than welcome to stop by and check that out. It feels so weird to self-promote. Like, I seriously go into my Discord and I'm like, you know, should I announce that I'm going to be live streaming? And people in Discord are like, make yourself an announcements channel. It's like, nah, I don't want to pester people. I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to, you know, or using @everyone on Discord. Oh God, don't do that, man. You're bothering everybody. And that's probably a reason why the channel has grown so slowly, is I have not promoted it really at all. And some of that is very much deliberate. Like we're going 60 or 65? We're going 60. Okay, we're good. Every video you find that tells you how to grow your YouTube channel is going to tell you over and over and over that you constantly need to be telling people to like, subscribe, and share. You need to have things flashing across the screen telling people, smash that like button, right? And that does work. And I have consciously resisted that because I personally hate that. I do. I hate it. I hate when YouTubers tell me, smash that like button. Hey, I have an idea. How about I watch your video and decide whether or not I like it? And at that point, I may or may not smash that like button. But don't tell me to do that before the video's even started. I really don't like that. I really don't. And because I don't like it when I see it, I'm certainly not going to put that in my videos. So I've really shied away from self-promotion. And I've done that like I said, because I don't like it, but also as a courtesy to people coming to the channel. It's 2020. Everybody knows how the internet works. Everybody knows how YouTube works. Nobody needs to be told how to subscribe to a channel. Yeah, thanks, man. I got that. If I want to subscribe, I know how to do that. Cool your boots. So I really have kind of shied away from self-promotion, and I know I wouldn't say it's hurt the channel, but it's one of the reasons that it's grown so slowly. But we're going to keep doing it that way. I'm going to keep doing it that way because it's my channel, and it's an expression of me. You know, it really is. And I don't like that sort of thing, and so you're not going to see it here. And that's the end of that. But having said that, 3 p.m. Eastern. Stop in and check out the live stream. Smash that like button. Where's this way station? Is it over here? It says it's up here. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have to turn into it and kind of loop around. Interesting. I like this, though. I do, because some of the way stations in ATS, I have to admit, it's a little truncated. You know what I mean? It's very much kind of a stylized idea of what this would look like in real life. But it ain't what it looks like in real life. These facilities are a lot bigger, and they do take a little getting to, like this one. Yeah, I like this stuff, man. I really, really do. I really do. You know what else I like? I like creeping through stop signs. They call that the Philly slide. All right. Do one more. Here we go. All right, loaded right lane. Man, I am loaded right now. Stop at the truck scale, activate the icon, you got it. So what else is going on? The SteelSeries Stratus Duo that I got. I wouldn't say it's been nothing but trouble. I wouldn't say that. But I would not recommend it. Passed the inspection, 54,000 pounds, not too bad. Here we go. I wouldn't recommend it. It's doing this weird thing where if it, for some reason, cycles off, like completely off, while the PC is up and running, when it comes back on, it creates a new device. I've got like a stack of SteelSeries Duos in my device manager menu. I don't know which one to delete, and I'm tempted to delete them all. And then the next time I fire it up, it will just install one. There's two problems with that. One is I don't know what has already been configured and what has not, as far as calibration or what games are going to see it. Right? So essentially, I don't want to delete a controller that a game is relying on, and the next time I fire up that game, it says controller not found. And the other thing is, I know the next time it happens, the next time the unit powers off, it's going to create a new profile anyway. So at best, I can go in there periodically and clear out like a dozen of them, but I don't want to go in now and just clear out a few and then have to do that again in a few days. So that is a problem. The thing comes out of calibration, the triggers get all wonky. It's all right. It's all right for 60 bucks, but I would not, if somebody said, hey, should I get one? I don't know. I would tell that person to do their own research. And not like a dick. Do your own research. I mean like that. I would just say, you know, best if you look into it and come to your own conclusion. I'm not going to tell you either way. But I'm certainly not going to tell you. Like if you said, should I get SnowRunner? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Without hesitation, yes. 100% yes. Get you some SnowRunner. All right. Should I get a SteelSeries Stratus Duo? You know, you do you. You figure that out for yourself. That's the... Hang on, concentrating. That's my two modes of advice. One is enthusiastic, the other is kind of ambivalent, a little indifferent. You know, what are you going to do? Hard to say. So if you ask me a question and my response is, hey, what are you going to do? That's a no. That's a big 10 no, good buddy. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I can't go custom. I cannot go custom. I love the idea that there are people that will build you like $1,000 custom gamepad. I'm not going to spend $1,000 on a gamepad. I'm not. I would love to. I want to. I'm just not going to. And in between the two is the Xbox One X Elite 1 Series 2. But I heard some I've heard some things about that. I've heard quality control is not great. I've heard there are problems with the units. It's got decent reviews. The thing about reviews is, you know, that there are two types of people that go online and leave reviews. And this is not, I'm not, there's two types of people. I don't like those because it's always like, there's two types of people. One cool group like me, and then everybody else, they're a-holes. I don't like when I hear somebody say, there's two kinds of people in this world, I'm already tuning out. But having said that, there's two kinds of people that leave reviews, either good or bad. There's fanboys that don't have enough good things to say, and they're hysterical and irrational and out of their minds. And they can't really be trusted. That's, I don't know how I feel about this feedback. And then on the other side, there are people that have been wronged. Yeah, somebody done me wrong. Go to Yelp and you'll find people. Somebody done them wrong, whether it's a product or a hotel or a Olive Garden or whatever it is. Somebody done them wrong and they're going to go on Yelp and vent. So I feel like unless it's somebody you know personally giving you some valid feedback about a product, the reviews that I'm seeing about the Xbox One X Series 2, it's not that I'm not saying the people that had those problems are lying. I'm saying it tends to get more, it's somebody who buys a controller, somebody who buys this Steel Series. They buy it, it works fine for them, they have no problems with it. They probably didn't leave a review anywhere, right? If it's their favorite thing ever, that person did. And if it sucked, that person did. But for all the people in the middle, the fat part of the bell curve, they didn't offer any feedback. So I really can't, other than the people that I know that have told me, yeah, I had problems with this product or that product. Other than that, I don't really trust what I read on the internet about product reviews. I found them to be, a bit unreliable. And the way that these things come in, I mean, you can have one whole cargo container full of, name your product, whatever it is. One whole cargo container comes in, and there was a QC issue, and every one of those is problematic, and they filter down. But there are thousands and thousands of bad units that suddenly go into circulation. Well, that happens one time. So the overall QC might be 99%, but there's going to be a whole big smear of complaints from everybody who bought one of those bad controllers. And with good reason. I'm not saying those people should keep quiet about it. I don't mean that. I mean, if you get a bad product, by all means. But I do think it can be a little almost distorting sometimes. Because, like I said, people that have been disappointed with good reason are very vocal about that disappointment. So we'll see. I don't even know what to get. I would love to get another Razer Wildcat, but I can't find them. And of course, it could be that the Razer Wildcat is the worst controller ever, and just the opposite. I got a good one. You know what I mean? For the most part, they suck. I got a good one, and if I try to replicate that, if I try to get another one, you see what I'm getting at? That new one I get is going to suck. Do I turn here? Can I get behind this casino? This seems like a... Oh, no, there it is. I was concerned that was a bad idea. Let's pull right in here. We are at 29 minutes, so this will take us to about 30. That'll be perfect. So, yep, the takeaway from that is I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want to get the Xbox One X. I don't know if I want to get another Razer. Stick with this Steel Series and just, you know what I mean? Count my losses. I don't know. Right. That's what happens when we drive the truck, by the way. If this is your first time, this is what we do. We drive the truck. We just kind of shoot the breeze. There you have it, folks. Thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of American Truck Simulator. We'll see you next time. Take care now.